Okay, so how am I gonna structure this? Let's put like let's say, okay, so we have gear, all right? We got our gear. And you can get gear from get gear from like different things, right? You can get gear from farming mobs, but there's a gear cap. There's a gear cap that kind of influences how much gear you can get from farming mobs, right? Farm mobs go through the gear cap, and then that you basically get gear. But I can't farm as many as I want, and there's also technically we could just draw another arrow over here and say we get blue gear, right? Only blue gear, nothing higher. So farm mobs have the gear cap that kind of limits how much gear you can get. You get the gear, but it's only going to be blue gear, right? So that's the kind of stuff that you're gonna get. So then the other way would be actually, let me copy that. So the other way would be outposts, for example, right? Outposts give gear. Bosses give gear. Those are basically your main ways of getting gear. But both of them basically go through an energy thing, right? So you have the energy that's limiting how much gear you can get, right? So you got all this. Boss drop purple and gold? Yes. Mostly purple. No, actually, boss and outpost basically give you purple and also gold. Let's adjust that here, of course. Actually, wait, let me move this. Let me move this over. Right? So the farm mob gear caps gear blue gear, right? So this goes over here. And then outpost bosses both have an energy cap, and you get the gear, and it can be blue, purple, or gold. But then this whole thing, this is just the start, right? This is just the start. Now you basically move over here. Energy acts like a cap. Stop. Yeah, everything acts like a cap, basically. So now we have the gear, and now we have to face the next one, which is, what color are we going to give this? Let's give this initial stat, right? So this is the initial stat that the gear comes with. You know, whatever stat is on the gear already, there's always one line of stats on it. And from this point, you have to then upgrade it, right? You have to upgrade it. And or like tune the thing, right? So now on top of that, you have, what color are we going to give this? Let's do like an orange. So on top of that, you have to like tune the thing, and then you have to hope for the right tuned stats, right? There's a lot of RNG involved, and the tuned stats we can break up into more different points, and we have basically the stat type, you know, what kind of damage you have there, what kind of defense skill you have, but also the stat quality. You have the stat quality on top of that too. So after you've rolled your gear, technically there's like another layer to it, basically, but let's just ignore that because it doesn't matter that much anymore with this patch. Technically, you have to get the right set piece, right? You have to get the right set piece. Technically, there's like even more to it. Should we do this? Let me actually, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna add more. We're gonna add more to it. So now, right slots, right? You want to get the right slots, you know, like your weapon, whatever weapon, or your armor or whatever. And then you need the right set for the right slots. So, you know, you see there's like stacking layers of RNG that are absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. They all funnel down there, and then that puppy basically comes over here, right? So this is where you get it from. There's like limiting factors here, and then you get the gear. This one only blue gear. These here blue, purple, gold. But then you have to hope that you get the right slots for the right set, and then hope this stuff has the right initial stat on it. Let me just move that over here. Let me get a little bit closer here. So you gotta hope for the right initial thingy, right? I think I got it. Wait, there's more. Man, now I'm like warmed up, okay? Now I'm warmed up. Man, basically, yeah. So you roll the stat, the initial stat, then you tune to get other stats, right? And then you have to hope you get the right stat type for the right stat quality. And then from there on out, you have to get the right attunement, like on top of that. So it's basically the last hurdle, like the last hurdle. is the attunement. And then you end up with your build. And that's basically the way this thing works, right? That's basically how it works. Let me make this all a little prettier here. Making that all pretty. I haven't used my website in a while. I used to use this a lot. I love this little whiteboard. This is probably the thing I'm the proudest of. It's not perfect. It has some buggy little things, but I do like using it a lot. It's great to have a whiteboard. It's great to have a whiteboard. Yeah, and then you basically that's the whole thing. Let me just make that all pretty. Make it all pretty. Seems simple enough. Very simple. Very simple. The thing that there isn't is crafting. Crafting is for bows and rings, but those are not the important things that you need. They're kind of like I don't know, they're like build light. That's like an addendum to the build that doesn't really affect the overall build. It's kind of weird to have like this bow and this ring and they're just not like really part of the core build. Yeah. That's basically kind of how the whole thing works. And you see there's like so many layers of RNG, right? Here you have just some caps, right? To like how much you can farm. And then the whole RNG starts and you got like, oh yeah, you know, what quality is it? Is it for the right slot? Is it for the right set? Does it have the right stat? Do you get the right attunement stats? Is it the right type? Is it the right quality? Do you get the right attunement at the end? Like there's so many stacked layers of RNG that all come after you've already been limited, right? It's tough. It's tough. But yeah, that's basically how the whole thing works. I hope you liked my little excursion here. I haven't done one of them in a long time.